Okay, so I think there's a distinction between enjoying a hobby and passion versus turning it into a career and pursuing it. Oof, it's Saturday today. The Gardens by the Bay has never felt any quieter than this on a weekend. So I've been pursuing photography and filmmaking as well as YouTube in particular for about 6-7 years. And then as a career-wise, it's about 6 years or so. Like, that's not a crazy long time, but also it's not that short. I think I've experienced a good amount of the spectrum when it comes to pursuing your passion, and today I just want to share with you guys like my experience. There are a lot of ups but a crazy amount of downs, at least for me, like being able to just pursue what I want and like to do, and pursuing YouTube and being able to travel right now because of what I do it's something that I'm super grateful for, and I feel privileged to be able to say this. But at the same time, again, there are so many challenges, especially more in the mental side when it comes to pursuing your passion. And they say, like, if you find a job that you love, you'd never have to work ever again. It's so cheesy, and you know it's probably not true, right? And the thing is, you will work every single day instead. Because when you're pursuing a passion, it's always on your mind, right? You will be thinking about, oh, what am I going to do for my next video, my next idea? Even during the weekends when you're with your friends or loved ones, a lot of times you'll be thinking about your job, and there's always endless things to do. You know, there's no clear boundaries, especially if you're doing this alone. And that is kind of like the sacrifice you need to make if you really want to do something that is interesting and exciting. There are sacrifices to be made, and that is, you will be working more than the average person. I think passion is a very overrated word, I would say. Once you're in it, like, you don't think that you're passionate. Like, that the word passion just doesn't exist anymore when you're actually pursuing it. I've been very, very grateful that after these 7 years, I'm still pursuing it. There were a lot of times that I felt like giving up, but I'm still doing it, still keeping the fire strong. But there were definitely a lot of challenges that I have to go through. You know, when you start a hobby or a passion, at the beginning it's always so interesting. There's so much fire, you're learning something new every single day, and you're very, very inspired with the people that you look up to, and that's amazing. But for me right now, like, after doing this for like 6-7 years or even longer, if you talk about YouTube, right, I wouldn't say the fire has died down, but there are so many times where I don't feel motivated, or I just run out, and you feel like you're on a plateau. You don't know how to take it to the next level. That's how I'm feeling right now as well. Like, no one's there to guide you, you know what I mean? And the thing is that you will find that there will be a lot of days, so many days, that you won't feel inspired, you don't feel the fire, you feel down, you feel that your work is not good enough, you're not getting jobs, you're not getting the results, the views, vanity metrics. You know, when you have it as a career, like, money also comes into play. So there are days that you just don't want to do it, you know what I mean? And the thing is, you still have to do it even though you don't feel like I still have to post a video, or I still have to complete the client projects even though I don't feel like doing it, because it's a job right now. It's no longer a hobby where I can just take my time and slowly edit. When you take things a little more seriously, like, you have to stay committed and still do things even though you don't feel like doing it. And that's when, you know, your passion is kind of truly tested, and you really, really, really don't think about the word passion anymore when you've been doing this for such a long time.
Okay, good. There you go. Thank you very much.
So the general advisory is to, of course, stay at home. But we are at the Gardens by the Bay Flower Dome and they have limited the total capacity to 200 so that, you know, it's not packed, and it is truly not packed. Definitely feels a lot more empty compared to like the usual crowd. So yeah, we are still keeping safe distances from everyone else. And when there's money involved, you start to deal with clients, and for the first few months it's exciting, like getting your first few clients and getting paid for taking photos or whatnot. Like, it is fun when you just start out, but over the course of time you will also feel that you are more of providing a service. Especially like for myself, I do videography as well, freelance videography, so I have to provide a service for clients using my craft, and it's really no longer about myself or my art, you know. It's about creating something that the client wants. A lot of the times it's about fulfilling their needs, and you have to deal with a lot of changes and unreasonable clients, unhappy clients, and yeah, it's just like any other job. And the one thing that I've also felt while doing this and trying to find a path that no one else is really doing, when, you know, for me, I don't only just do freelance videography and whatnot. Like, I want to pursue something in this platform, doing social media and pursuing travel. Especially in the beginning, like, even the closest people to you will doubt you when you have crazy ideas. More often than so, it's yourself that you would doubt. It's really hard. Like, sometimes you just feel like giving up a lot. There was just so many countless times that I felt like, you know what, like, I just don't want to do this. It just feels so shitty when you're in the middle of a project and nothing is working out. People are doubting you and it sucks. And you even doubt yourself for a crazy idea or project that you want to do. And that is something that you have to also overcome. And yes, the very last thing I would like to say is, this is going to be a very lonely journey. You have to figure a lot of things on your own. No one's there to, again, help me plan my progression. Like, there's just a lot of trial and error when it comes to doing business or just pursuing your passion. You have to be really, really patient. You need to know that you want to do this for the long run. For me, like, I know I want to continue creating, whether is it in like photography, filmmaking, YouTube, or even music. Like, I know that I just want to tell good stories and keep creating stuff that I'm really, really proud of. So I know I want to do this like to the day I'm old. That's what has been keeping me going. Because if you're in it for the money, for vanity metrics, likes, followers, subscribers, views, then you really can't last. There'll be days where you just don't have any of them. The only thing left is really, at the core of it, is your passion, your love for the craft. That's what's going to really keep you in the long run and to keep you happy and enjoying doing what you love to do. And that's all I have to say, really.